Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I have some major news to make, and it just came out of nowhere. Like, literally, I didn't think this was gonna happen. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3+4. I literally woke up this morning, and on my homepage, the first thing I saw was the reveal trailer, and it was on Nintendo's YouTube channel. And the first thing I thought was, holy shit. I'm like, this game was a game that I remember was talked about when 1+2 came out, which, by the way, is one of the best Tony Hawk Pro Skater games in like the past 15 years or so. They literally said that because Vicarious Visions was bought out by Blizzard, that the likelihood of 3+4 happening was very much it was very much low. But here they come, but here they are, and look where we're at. Look at this. First of all, I have to mute the music, only because it's copyrighted. It plays Motorhead's Ace of Spades. But I just want you to catch a glimpse at this magnificent looking game, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3+4. This was a game that I wanted to see. Like, I've wanted to see this game since 1+2, because, you know, a while back I was playing 1+2 on the channel. I streamed it a couple times, which I'm probably gonna restream again. But I'm going to be restreaming the Tony Hawk Pro Skater series. Like, I would definitely be down to play the 4 games. Definitely, for sure. Just as a way of, you know, paying tribute to the series, a series that I loved playing very much since I was a kid, and I still love the series to this day. It's the only sports game that I honestly play. I'm not a big fan of sports games, I'll be honest with you, but Tony Hawk's Pro Skater is literally the only one that I think is extremely fun because of its arcade style gameplay, wide variety of tricks. You get to create, you know, custom skaters, all the unique tricks that you can perform, all the really fun levels to play on and everything. It's like, it has a very like intricate trick system too that allows for, like, you know, combos and stuff like that. It's really fun, you know. You know, like, you know, I'm one of those kids that grew up with the series, and you know, to see a brand new Tony Hawk's Pro Skater game, even if it is a remake of the older games, is still fantastic to see. Because, like I said, I wanted to see this game since 1+2 came out, and I remember when I heard that they weren't exactly going to go forward with 3+4, I was disappointed. And then next thing you know, this happens, and I'm just like, wow, this really did come out of nowhere. And what's more is that it's not like we're gonna have to wait an entire year for this game to come out. No, this game is gonna get released in July, so we don't have to wait much longer before the game drops. July 11th. That's 3 days. 3 days after my birthday. What a hell of a birthday gift. I'm telling you right now, this would be a hell of a birthday present for me. And and this one definitely means the world to me personally. The fact that Doomslayer's in it and the Revenant is in it, and they got all like the Doom decks and everything like that. Like, this is incredible. The fact that Doom is gonna be in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3+4. You get to play as Doomslayer, or Captain Doomslayer as I like to call him, because you know how he plays in the Dark Ages. And then the Revenant is a playable character in it too. You know those demons with like the homing fireballs and everything? That's the Revenant, for those who don't know. But it's like, because I'm seeing all this material with Doom, like, why would I not get it? Doom is my favorite FPS of all time, so I will definitely love to get the digital deluxe edition of the game. And in addition to that, you can expect me to stream this game. I will most certainly love to stream this game, because Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 are some of my favorite games of all time. Like, genuinely, like, if you've never played Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 before, or any of the games for that matter, trust me, you're going to thank me in the long run, because this is a series where this is a series where the fun of it all comes in the gameplay, with all the wide variety of tricks and intricate combos that you can pull off through the soundtrack and everything, the wacky Easter eggs and everything, the ending movies, all that stuff, right? You even get to create a skater, you get to modify different tricks. Like, there's so much that goes into it, and that's in addition to the fact that you can unlock additional characters and everything. Like, I remember in the PS2 version, you had, you know, characters like Officer Dick. You even had Darth Maul was in it. Wolverine was freaking in it. Yes, my boy Wolverine was also in it. And then of course you also had the Demoness too. She was also in it. It's like you had all these characters, and it was just like you hardly like see anything that creative in video games today, where you have all these wacky guest characters in the game. But I'm very glad that 3+4 is bringing back that tradition of, you know, having like a guest character from another game being a guest skater in the game. In this case, it would be Doomslayer and the Revenant. But you know, back then the Tony Hawk series had always been known for like having like, you know, special characters. I mean, I remember even in way back with Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, because Neversoft at the time had recently dropped Spider-Man, which at the time was undoubtedly the best Spider-Man game before the Insomniac game came out. You know, Spider-Man was a guest skater in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, provided that you went through the career mode and you got all the money, you completed every level, you completed all the goals and everything. You basically like 100%ed it with at least one character. If you did that, you had you would have Spider-Man. So to be able to play with Spider-Man and then the following game you get to play with Wolverine, it's just insane, man. It was just like there was definitely a time where, like, you know, Tony Hawk was all about Marvel, but to be fair, it's literally because of the fact that like I said, Neversoft had a license at the time to do like Marvel games, more specifically you know, Spider-Man. So the fact that I'm seeing one of my favorite games from my childhood returning in the form of this remaster with amazing graphics, and they're putting in new content into it and everything, and they're keeping the original soundtrack, which is amazing that they were able to get the music licensed again, which I'm sure it was probably easy for them to do it, honestly. But I think it's also because like Tony Hawk has a great relationship with many of these bands, and it's worth noting that a lot of the music that you hear in the games are music that Tony Hawk himself listened to during his younger days, which is exactly the reason how the soundtracks for all the games came about. All the music in the first 4 games, pretty much in the majority of the games, but definitely the first 4 were definitely tracks that Tony Hawk himself listened to during his childhood. And I gotta say, man, the dude has great taste in music, and his musical choices kind of put me on stuff like, you know, Motorhead and so on. But the bottom line is that I'm very excited for Tony Hawk Pro Skater Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3+4. I'm very excited. I'm very, very excited for this game, because I've been wanting to see this since 1+2. And at first I thought all hope was gone because of what happened to Vicarious Visions, because Vicarious Visions were the developers of 1+2. It seems like this time Iron Galaxy Games are the ones who oversaw the development of this game. So I'm very curious if it's going to retain the exact same style that, you know, Vicarious Visions had when they did 1+2. It looks like it does, but it's worth noting that the majority of the trailer isn't the actual gameplay, but they do show bits and parts of the gameplay. So it looks like it is going to play about just the same as 1+2, which I think that's what they should do. Just keep that same engine, because literally 1+2 basically had the engine of like the past Pro Skater games and the Underground series. They literally combined the essence of all of that, you know what I'm saying? So I don't think they need to. I genuinely believe that they don't really need to change anything. for the remaster. All they can do is just, you know, keep it the same way. So on here, on this website on The Verge, here's something that I also noticed. I didn't even realize this until I read it just now. Take a look at this. So not only are we going to be getting this game on July 11th, but it is going to come out on all 4 platforms: PC, Switch, PlayStation, Xbox, and it will be available on Game Pass. It's going to be on freaking Game Pass. You can bet your ass that I'll be on this game for real. But I'm also glad that they're bringing back the original cast of the game, you know, which is amazing. But they're also going to be having all the new younger skaters like they did with 1+2, which I'm very much am fine with. It says right here that the new game is being developed by Iron Galaxy Studios, which worked with Vicarious Visions and now part of Blizzard on the previous remake. So I think this was the only concern that I had, but I'm very glad to hear that Iron Galaxy did work with Vicarious Visions on the previous remake. So that's why I think that going into this game, it's definitely going to play exactly like 1+2. I don't have a reason to believe that it's not. But I'm very excited for it. I'm very excited for it. It's what a crazy world that we live in today, where skateboarding games are making a comeback. I mean, even EA, even though I don't like EA, they're bringing back their series Skate, which at one point was considered better than Tony Hawk, and they're doing Skate Story, and I think that they're going to be doing like a beta test for it, which is going to be interesting. But yeah, what a crazy time to be alive, man. What a crazy time to be alive. It is amazing. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3+4 being announced? Are you guys gonna play it? What are your memories of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4? I could literally make video essays on both these games. I mean, all 4 of these games if I really wanted to. And if you guys do want to see that, if you guys want to see me do a video essay on the first 4 games, please let me know. And also, let me know what you guys think of this remake in the comments below. Let me know your memories of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4, or even the series in general, in the comments below. Until then, I'll see you guys in the next video.